Okay, it is 9:55, the time when we are supposed to start. However, I don't know if you can hear the audio this time, so let me play a test on it. We are on lesson 17. So let's do 217. Oh, please work. Oh, good. Okay, so the audio is working. Yay. Okay. I will use Facebook on my phone. Well, you know what? I can pull it up on my, hold on, I can pull it up on my computer. Let me do that. Yeah. Make sure I'm muting it though. There we go. Okay. So I can see everyone's comments now. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'll be right back. All right. So let me pull up pages. We have our lesson ready. We're going to start with, actually, why don't we start with this can do 45 here. We're going to just review these really quick just because we didn't get to use the audio, and I'm going to do the video for can do 45 as well. All right, where is, oh, teaching. There we go. Okay, as always, you can type in any questions or comments that you have here on the Facebook Live video comments section, and I will be watching here to try and answer any question that you have. So let's start with this. We are still on lesson 17, probably going to finish it today. We have some time. This is a conversation. The first question is, 休みはどうでしたか? Remember, yasumi is like a day off or your vacation, a break. Yasumi wa makes, it tells us that we're talking about yasumi, so your day off. So as for your day off, どうでしたか? どうでしたか is a set kind of question or phrase that means how was it? How was it? So the question here, 休みはどうでしたか is how was your break? How was your vacation? Right? And then this person could respond with 公園で子供と遊びました。楽しかったです。Okay? 公園で, so at, right? で means at a location. 公園 is a park. So at a park. 子供 is kids, children, a child, whatever. This to means with. So with kids or with some kid. 遊びました. 遊びました. Now this comes from the verb 遊びます. 遊びます means to play with or to hang out with. If you're talking about kids, I assume it means to play with some kids. So, 子供と遊びました. That sounds kind of strange, especially if you're an adult, but for the purposes of this lesson, we're going to assume the best. 子供と遊びました. 楽しかったです. 楽しかったです. Remember, 楽しい means fun. It's an adjective for fun. This is the かった ending, the past tense ending for adjectives. 楽しかった. 楽しかった means was fun. And des, right? We always add des to be polite. You could think of it as a verb. It was fun, right? And the standard response here at the end, そうですか。そうですか。そうですか. So let's go through this one more time. Try saying it with me or right after me. 休みはどうでしたか？公園で子供と遊びました。楽しかったです。そうですか。Right? そうですか. So now let's try can do 45. If you go to a1.marugotoweb.jp, you should find this website. Go all the way to 9, topic 9, and we will go to can do 45. So now we have audio. It should be working. Let's take a listen. I'll put the English for you. And you know what? I want to do this as big as we can go. So here we go. Ready? Sarah's asking Sarah about her holiday.
サラさん、休みはどうでしたか？
楽しかったです。国から家族が来ました。
へえ、どこに行きましたか？
京都に行きました。たくさん写真を撮りました。
よかったですね。
Okay, a nice conversation between sensei and student. Let's listen one more time. I'll break it down. サラさんに休みの話を聞きます。
サラさん。
Okay, so here we have the senseis addressing her by name. Sara-san. Sara is her name. 休みはどうでしたか? So this is the question, right? We learned earlier. How was your holiday? How was your break? How was your vacation? Whatever.
休みはどうでしたか？
楽しかったです。
Okay, and she starts with the adjective, right? 楽しかったです. It was fun. 楽しかったです. Kuni. Here we go. Kuni. Maybe you haven't heard this word before. It means country. We assume she's talking about her own country, right? So from my country. This kara here, this kara means from. So from my country, right? 家族がLet's me. 家族 is family. Family. 来ました means came. They came from where? From my country. So my family came from my country. 国から家族が来ました. So that's why it was fun. This has happened to me actually. When I was in Japan, my first, I think around New Year's time, my mom and my brother came to visit. I think it was like a week or 2 weeks they came. And we explored Tokyo and Kansai region and the part where I lived in Japan, Western Japan, Shimane. So that was fun. She's experiencing the same thing. 楽しかったです. 楽しかったです. It was fun. Sometimes.
国から家族が来ました。
へえ。
Okay. Sensei reacts. He. This is a common reaction in Japanese. It's just hey, oh, it's like oh in English, right? Oh. Hey. どこに行きましたか? どこ means where. に means to. So where to? 行きましたか? 行きました is past tense of 行きます to go, right? To go. So 行きました means where did you go or went, right? You went where? Where did you go? 行きましたか? And the ka at the end makes it a question.
どこに行きましたか？
京都に行きました。
Just like me. This is a typical thing for foreigners. Kyoto. Kyoto is a city, very popular city in Japan. Again, ni means to. So to Kyoto. 行きました I went to, or we went to Kyoto. You don't always have to say the subject here. We know you're talking about your family, you and your family. 京都に行きました。たくさん。たくさん means a lot or many. 写真 is pictures or photographs. を撮ります。I think we've talked about this a little bit before. を撮ります means to take something. So to take a photograph, to take a picture. たくさん写真を撮りました。And again, past tense, 撮りました。This is past tense verb. So I took lots of photos. I took many photos.
たくさん写真を撮りました。
よかったです。
よかったですね。よかったですね。This is よかった comes from the adjective いい meaning good. いい. You might be wondering, why is it yo at the beginning? よかった. Shouldn't it be いかった? Actually, no. Originally, right, in history way back then, い was 良い. And actually, sometimes today we still say 良い in Japanese. But when you conjugate い into past tense, you must use the yo at the beginning. よかった. It was good. Was good. ですね. ですね. Just means whenever you have a comment, right, and you want to be friendly, this is a friendly comment, you could add ね. ですね. あ、よかったですね. Right, so she's commenting in a friendly way. よかったですね. Oh, that was good. Here they translate it to sounds good. Or I would translate it more to like, oh, that was nice. Or oh, that's nice, right? よかったですね. This is a common phrase, actually. I hear this a lot. よかったですね. So let's try it one more time. I'm going to turn off the English. See if you can get what they are saying. Asking about her holiday, her day off.
サラさん、休みはどうでしたか？
楽しかったです。国から家族が来ました。
へえ、どこに行きましたか？
京都に行きました。たくさん写真を撮りました。
よかったですね。
Let's do the let's try video. Okay. You went to Nara on your day off recently. Tell Mr. Kimura about it.
休みに何をしましたか？
Okay. Say where you went. どこに行ったか言いましょう。I went to Nara. 奈良に行きました。Okay. That's it. Let's try this again. All you have to do is say, I went to Nara. Nara ni, so Nara, and then to, 行きました。行きました。Went to, went. Let's try again. Okay. 前の休みに奈良に行きました。木村さんと話しましょう。Let's talk about it to 木村さん。
休みに何をしましたか？
Ready? 奈良に行きました。That's it. We could even add a comment, right? あ、楽しかったです。楽しかったです。Right? It was fun. You could say it was boring, right? That would be つまらなかったです。つまらない boring. Past tense. つまらなかったです。We talked a little bit about that last week. Okay, so again, you could always try these on your own if you go to a1.marugotoweb.jp. Actually, I have it written here. Yes, a1.marugotoweb.jp. Again, navigate to the topic 9 section all the way to the right. That was Can Do 45. holidays and days off. So I will just put that down here. And we're going to move on. Okay, this is an activity we tried last week, but we could not do it because the audio was not coming through. It is now, thank God. So let's try it. This is section 2. 何もしませんでした. Try saying this with me. 何もしませんでした. Okay. When you have 何も, this there's a negative adjective or a negative verb, right, which we have しません, it means nothing. So in this case, 何も means nothing. All right, しませんでした is the past negative, right? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything, right? This is often the case for me. I often don't do anything. You could think of this as a set phrase. If you want to make flashcards for Japanese, learning new Japanese words or vocabulary, this would be a good phrase to write down as one phrase. 何もしませんでした. 何もしませんでした. I didn't do anything, right? And then there's this phrase as well. どこにも行きませんでした. 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 I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. That is another good set phrase for you to learn. Okay, so we're going to try this activity. 217. So I'm going to do it with audio and without audio. We're going to do it twice. See if you can catch what they are saying. It says, what did they do? 何をしましたか? What did they do? So we have 4 people here. Shin-san, Kawai-san, Noda-san, Joyce-san. And we have 4 activities, right? It looks like someone is reading a magazine or a book or something. Maybe manga, a comic book. Part B, someone is watching DVDs. C, it looks like they didn't do anything. And D, it looks like someone is watching a movie. So, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. It's early morning for me. Let's listen carefully. So number 1, Shin-san. They did it for you, but we're going to listen to it anyway.
1、しんさん、おはようございます。休みはどうでしたか？
うちにいました。
そうですか。掃除、洗濯ですか？
いいえ、何もしませんでした。
Okay, I love the music. That was good music. Did you catch what he said? You might have heard a bunch of things that you don't understand. That's okay. Just listen for key words, key phrases. He did use a key phrase. Let's listen one more time without the background music.
1、しんさん、おはようございます。休みはどうでしたか？
うちにいました。
そうですか。掃除、洗濯ですか？
いいえ、何もしませんでした。
You'll notice she asked him, did you do something? 掃除、洗濯ですか? Right? Were you doing 掃除, cleaning, 洗濯, laundry ですか? Were you doing those things? And he said, いいえ. He said, no, 何もしませんでした. I didn't do anything. Right? And that would be option C right here. Option C. So that's why they put C. Number 2, Kawai-san. Let's listen to Kawai-san.
2、
河合さん、休みはどうでしたか？
何もしませんでしたよ。テレビ、ご飯、ソファー。テレビ、ご飯、ソファー。
それが一番いいですね。
Okay. You'll notice she's repeating like like 3 things that she's doing. Those will be the hint for you which picture. So let's listen one more time without background.
河合さん、休みはどうでしたか？
何もしませんでしたよ。テレビ、ご飯、ソファー。テレビ、ご飯、ソファー。
それが一番いいですね。
テレビ、ご飯、sofa, right? テレビ is what? Television. So there are 2 pictures with televisions. The next word is your answer. Gohan. Gohan is a meal. It could be rice, but it's usually a meal. And then sofa. They both have sofa. They both have terebi, B and D. But D has gohan, has a meal. So I would say D is the answer for number 2, right? Terebi, gohan, sofa. And the guy responded, それが一番いいですね, or something like that. Which basically means, oh, that's the best, right? Yeah, that's the best. I agree. Number 3, Noda-san.
3、野田さん、休みはどこに行きましたか？
私はどこにも行きませんでした。
そうですか。
私はうちで黒沢の映画を見ました。面白かったですよ。
Okay, one more time without the background noise.
3、野田さん、休みはどこに行きましたか？
私はどこにも行きませんでした。
そうですか。
私はうちで黒沢の映画を見ました。面白かったですよ。
Okay. He said 映画、黒沢の映画. Right? What is 映画? 映画 is movies, right? Movies. So well, you'll notice he used the phrase どこにも行きませんでした. I didn't go anywhere. I was inside watching Kurosawa's films, Kurosawa's movies, right? Kurosawa, I believe, is I don't know, well-known Japanese movie maker, something like that. Kurosawa. And I guess he's famous for samurai films because we have like a samurai scene here. And I guess this is Noda's preference of genre for watching movies. So I would write B for number 3, B. And last but not least, Joy-san. We already know what letter this will be, but let's listen. Number 4.
4、おはようございます。
あ、おはようございます。ジョイさん、休みはどうでしたか？街に行きましたか？
どこにも行きませんでしたよ。うちで漫画を読みました。
私もです。
One more time without the background.
4、おはようございます。
あ、おはようございます。ジョイさん、休みはどうでしたか？街に行きましたか？
どこにも行きませんでしたよ。うちで漫画を読みました。
私もです。
So you'll notice she used the phrase here. どこにも行きませんでした. She also added よ. どこにも行きませんでしたよ. You can add よ if you believe, the listener does not already know the information you are stating, which of course they don't know. It's optional. You'll notice Noda-san did not add よ, but she added よ. It's just your preference. どこにも行きませんでしたよ. うちで, I believe she said うちで漫画を読みました. Manga, right? Manga is Japanese comics, Japanese comic books. 読みました. She was reading them. Okay, so that would obviously be answer A. Number 4, we will write answer A. Okay, how did you do on that activity? Was it okay for you? Let us go now to right here. This conversation, I believe we did this one as well. We're going to review it and then do an activity related to this. Okay? 先週の花火大会どうでしたか？先週の花火大会どうでしたか？ Right? 先週 means last week. 花火大会 is a firework festival or a fireworks show, right? This no connects them. So last week's firework festival, どうでしたか? Again, this is a set question phrase meaning how was it? How was the firework festival or firework show last week? Okay? And then, sorry. You could respond, よかったです。よかったです. Right? Again, this is the past tense of of good. So this would mean, oh, it was good. よかったです. If it was good, right? If it wasn't so great, maybe you would say, まあまあでした. まあまあでした. Right? It was so-so. It was alright, not so great, but not terrible, right? まあまあでした. Maybe you were underwhelmed by the fireworks they had. Maybe it was too loud or whatever. I remember when I was a kid, I hated fireworks. It was too loud. Actually, I would not even use まあまあでした, right? For me, when I was a kid, I would say, oh, 最悪でした. 最悪 means like, ew, it was the worst. It was terrible. Yeah, that's some extra vocabulary for you. All right, and then the other person can respond, そうですか. そうですか. Oh, really? また行きますか? Right? また行きますか? また means again. Right? Again. 行きます. Right? To go somewhere. また行きますか? Will you go again? Right? か makes it a question. Will you go again? And we have three responses here. はい, yes. 行きます. I will go. はい、行きます. Yeah, I will go. You could add 多分 if you are not so sure, right? はい、多分行きます. Yeah, I might go again. I maybe will go again. Probably will go again. はい、多分行きます. Or if you don't know, you could say わかりません. わかりません. I don't know. I just don't know. わかりません. And then there's this final one. 行きません. If you know that you will not go again for sure, say 行きません. Okay, just 行きません. A flat refusal, right? 行きません. Or if you maybe you won't go, right? You could add 多分行きません. 多分行きません. Right? Probably won't go again. 多分行きません. This is more on the I won't go side, right? Japanese is very polite. Compared to English, I think it's a polite language. So oftentimes they will be very indirect. In Japanese, we don't always say things straight on. So usually you won't hear people just flat out say 行きません. You won't hear that so often. Many times people will add 多分 just to be a little softer. 多分行きません. Right? You don't want to just flat out reject something. You want to give a little leeway, right? 多分行きません. Right? This is, I would use, if I'm rejecting someone saying 行きません, I will always add 多分. This is my preference, just because I think it feels nicer, it feels a little softer. 多分行きません, right? 多分行きません. So let's try this one more time from the beginning to the end. Try to say it with me or right after me. Okay. 先週の花火大会どうでしたか? よかったです. Or まあまあでした. そうですか。また行きますか？はい、行きます。or はい、多分行きます。or わかりません。or 行きません。or 多分行きません。Right? Okay, so let's now do can do 46. Again, we're going to go here. Can do 46. Okay. Zoom in. And I'm going to play this video. Asking Miss Sato about her holiday.
休みはどうでしたか？土曜日、友達と花火大会に行きました。とても綺麗でした。でも、人が多かったです。ちょっと疲れました。来年も行きますか？はい、また行きたいです。花火が大好きですから。
Okay, this was kind of a long one. So let's break it down. Asking Miss Sato about her holiday.
休みは
Okay, right here. 休みはどうでしたか? This is our set phrase, right? We've been talking about this the entire time. How was your holiday? How was your break? How was your vacation, right? 休み, vacation, holiday.
どうでしたか？土曜日、友達と花火大会に
Okay. 土曜日. So she's giving us a day of the week, right? 土曜日 is Saturday. Now, in the English translation, it puts Saturday at the end, but in Japanese, often you will have the date at the beginning of the sentence. 土曜日. So on Saturday. 友達と. 友達 is friends or a friend. と in this case means with. So with friends, 花火大会. We know 花火大会, right? That's fireworks show. に So to the fireworks show, 行きました. Past tense of go, meaning I went, right? So on Saturday, I went with friends to a firework festival, fireworks show.
ました。とてもき
Okay. とても. とても means very or really. きれい means pretty. It could mean clean, but in this case, pretty or it was nice. でした is past tense. So it was very pretty, right? Or they translate it here, it was really pretty. とてもきれいでした。とてもきれいでした。In conversational Japanese, everyday Japanese, we don't use とても so much. Maybe you could say とっても, right? If you like emphasize. There are other words that I would use instead, but とても is a good word to know. You will see it in, I guess, formal situations like this, as well as maybe in writing. とてもきれいでした. It sounds very textbook Japanese to me. とてもきれいでした.
れいでした。でも、人が多かったです。
でも means but or however, but 人が多い. Do you remember we learned this, I think last week? 人が多い. 多い means many. 人 is people or person. 人が多い is a set phrase, meaning there were lots of people, there are many people. Oftentimes this is translated as crowded, right? It was crowded. And here she's using the past tense of 多い, which is 多かった, right? 多かったです. 人が多かったです. So there were many people. ちょっと疲れました. ちょっと means a little. Just a little. 疲れました. Remember, 疲れます, we also learned from the vocabulary last week, means to get tired. It's a verb. It means I got tired, right? This is past tense. 疲れました. We're using past tense a lot in this lesson. 疲れました。So past tense, I got tired. A little bit. ちょっと疲れました。I got a little bit tired.
ちょっと疲れました。来年も
Okay. 来年 is next year. This も here means also or to. So next year also, 行きますか? 行きますか? Will you go? Right? 行きます to go. Ka makes it a question. Will you go next year?
行きますか？はい、また行きたいです。
Okay. Hi, of course, means yes. Mata, again. This means again. Mata, ikitai, ikitai. This ikimasu comes, this iki comes from ikimasu, to go. Tai, the tai ending. Whenever you see a verb with tai, it means want to verb. I want to do that. So here she's saying, yes, I want to go again. Mata ikitai desu. I want to go again. Hanabi ga, so hanabi is fireworks. Just hanabi means fireworks. Hanabi ga daisuki desu. Daisuki. Remember, ski desu means to like something. Something ga suki desu. I like something. If you have dai in front, daisuki desu, that means really like, right? Daisuki desu, I love it. So she really loves fireworks, and at the end you will notice she adds kara, desu kara. You can add desu kara or kara on the end of something to mean because in this case. So she's saying, yeah, I want to go again. It's because I really like fireworks. Okay? Here they translate it to you see. I don't really like that translation. It should be because. It's because I like fireworks. Maybe that's a literal translation I'm giving you.
花火が大好きですから。
Okay, let's try it again without the English. See if you can follow.
休みはどうでしたか？土曜日、友達と花火大会に行きました。とても綺麗でした。でも、人が多かったです。ちょっと疲れました。来年も行きますか？はい、また行きたいです。花火が大好きですから。
Okay. Let's try the next video. Maybe this one will be short as well. So you went to Nara on your day off recently. Talk about how the trip went.
どうでしたか？
Oh wow. 楽しかったです。Oh, and that's it. Okay. Actually, you have some options, right? Let's go through them. 前の休みに、奈良に行きました。旅行はどうだったか話しましょ
う。どうでしたか？
Okay, so here's our set phrase, right? Our question for today's lesson. どうでしたか? How was it? Again, if you're making flashcards or writing these down, I would write this down as a set phrase, right? Just memorize the whole phrase. どうでしたか? How was it? Okay, and we have a few options here. 楽しかったです. Right? It was fun. 素晴らしかったです. That might take some practice. You might have to practice saying that. Let me do it slowly. 素晴らしかったです. 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 Right? 素晴らし means great, wonderful, amazing. This is the past tense. 素晴らしかったです. It was wonderful. 疲れました. It was tiring. Or I got tired. 疲れました. 疲れました. I use this word a lot. 疲れました。Or you could say まあまあでした。まあまあでした。It was so-so. It was okay. I believe in Spanish you say más o menos, something like that. I learned that many years ago. Más o menos でした。It was okay. まあまあでした。Okay, so let's try it again. This time you say, pick one. Just say one. So talking about our recent trip to Nara. Let's pretend we went there.
どうでしたか？
疲れました。疲れました。Yeah, actually, I've been to Nara with my family. When my family came to visit me that one time, we went to Nara. We saw Nara is famous for its deer. Actually, you know what? I could just Google right now. Let me Google Nara deer. If you Google that and you go to like images, look, these are all sites that you can see in Nara. It's famous for deer, and they are not shy. They will come right up to you. Sometimes they will headbutt you or bite you, or even rare cases, maybe like try to rear up their legs and pound you or whatever. There are signs everywhere saying, don't feed them, don't go near them, don't touch them, but everyone ignores those signs. My family ignored those signs, and we like fed them these little, I think they're called senbei, these little like crackers, rice crackers or whatever. And these deer expect food from you. They expect people to feed them. And they've even learned to bow. They will like nod their heads because they see like Japanese people do that, I guess, and learned to do that to like get food. So that's what they do. And if you ever go to Japan, I recommend, yes, go to Nara. Nara also has more things that you can see. There are beautiful hotels, resorts you can stay in. There is actually an abandoned theme park there that you could break into. I know, I know there are some holes along the fences that are meant to keep people out, but if you could actually Google like, oh, abandoned parks in Japan, and that will be on there. I think it's called Nara Dreamland. Do some research. It's really interesting. I believe they are tearing it down right now, which is a shame. But if you get a chance, go to Nara, Japan. Oh, and I brought that up because one of the phrases here was 疲れました. 疲れました. I got tired, or it was tiring, right? When we were in Nara, it was very tiring. We did so many things, and it really takes it out of you. If you travel a lot and you go to many different places, you get back to your hostel or your Airbnb or your hotel, and you crash on the floor, and you're just exhausted. That is 疲れました. Oh, I was so tiring. Because you do a lot. You walk, you take taxis. We took taxis everywhere in Japan. Spent so much money on taxis. Oh, 疲れました. Right? So there are these phrases you can use when you describe your trip. Okay, let's move on. I want to do this activity. また行きます. This section is called また行きます. So again, I will go. また行きます. How was the fireworks display? So wow, we have a grid of people here. We have 5 people: Suzuki-san, Tanaka-san, Kawai-san, Shin-san, Yan-san. They will be asked 2 questions. Number 1, 花火大会は良かったですか? 良かったですか? Was the fireworks show good? Right? Was it good for you? And question 2, また行きますか? また行きますか? Will you go again? So they will say either はい or いいえ, yes or no. Okay, so let's listen. And this is 221. Okay, and it looks like the way the audio is set up, they're just going to ask everyone question one. All right, first. We're going to ask everyone question one first, and then we will ask question two.
今年の花火大会はどうでしたか？
1、ああ、よかったですよ。本当に綺麗でした。2、
うん、綺麗でした。花火、素晴らしかったです。
3、そうですね。今年はまあまあでした。人が多かったです。4、
人で疲れました。
5、
ちょっと人が多かったです。疲れました。
Okay, we have 5 responses. I'm going to play them and kind of fill in the answers as we go. Again, one more time.
今年の花火大会はどうでしたか？
How was this year's Hanabi Taikai?
1、ああ、よかったですよ。
Ah, yokatta desu yo. She said, oh, it was good. So they put height. They checked height for her.
本当に綺麗でした。
Really pretty. Really great.
2、
うん、綺麗でした。
He said, yeah. Kirei deshita. It was pretty. It was nice.
花火、素晴らしかったです。
Hanabi, the fireworks, subarashikatta desu, right? Past tense of subarashi, meaning it was wonderful. So yes, we would write height. I would check height for number 1 on Tanaka-san.
3、そうですね。今年はまあまあでした。
She said, mama deshita. So I would write iie. I would check the iie box for Kawai-san. Why did she say that? Listen carefully.
人が多かったです。
人が多かったです. There were many people, right? It was crowded.
4、
人で疲れました。
Shin-san says, 人で疲れました. 人, right, is people or person. People. De, so all these people, 疲れました. It was tiring, right? I got tired. So I would write いいえ for Shin-san.
5、
ちょっと人が多かったです。
ちょっと, so a little what? 人が多かったです. It was a little crowded, right? There were a little bit of too many people, I guess you could say.
疲れました。
疲れました. He said, 疲れました. I was tired or I got tired of it. So also, Yan-san is いえ for him. So number 1 across is はい、いえ for those people. Question 2, また行きますか? Will you go again? If it loads.
来年もまた花火大会に行きますか？
1、ええ、来年もまた行きます。2、
はい。毎年行ってますから。
3、来年わかりません。多分行きません。4、
いやー、来年は行きません。うちでテレビ見ます。
5、
はい。多分行きます。
Okay, one more time. Let's break these down.
来年もまた花火大会に行きますか？
1、ええ、来年もまた行きます。
You'll notice she said which means yes. Another way to say yes. また行きます. I will go again, she said. So I would write はい。
2、
はい。毎年行ってますから。
はい。毎年行ってますから. So he flat out said はい. So you know the answer is はい. He says, I go every year. Because I go every year, of course I'll go again.
3、来年わかりません。多分行きません。
わかりません. I don't know. 多分行きません. Probably I won't go. Maybe I won't go. She's being a little polite here, saying 多分行きません. Right? So I would write いいえ for かわいさん.
4、
いやー、来年は行きません。
いやー、来年は行きません。行きません。will not go. So he is also いいえ。
うちでテレビ見ます。
He'll watch it at home.
5、
はい。多分行きます。
はい。多分行きます. He said, yeah, maybe I will go. Right? はい. So Yan-san is はい. Okay, so there's that activity, right? We should have はい、はい、いいえ、いいえ、はい for these people. And the bottom question here, 何人いますか? So how many people answered yes and how many people answered no? For question 1, I think it was 2 people, right? 2人. And then no was 3人, 3 people. Question 2, はいは3人, 3 people for はい and 2人はいいえ. So 2 people said no, they will not go again. Okay? And yeah, here are some phrases that we have that we already talked about these, right? よかったです. It was good. まあまあでした. It was so. It was all right. 綺麗でした. Oh, it was pretty. It was great. 疲れました. Oh, it was tiring or I got tired. 素晴らしかったです. It was amazing. Or 人が多かったです. 人が多かったです. There were many people. It was crowded. Okay. So for our final activity today, we will write a blog. ブログを書きましょう. We have an example here. Someone says, 10月28日ど. All right, this is obviously a date, right? The 10th month, okay? Gatsu is month, and 10 is 10. 10月, so October, right? October. 28, we say 28. 28. And for day, for the 28th day, you have to add 日. 28日. So October 28th, do. This do comes from 土曜日, meaning Saturday, which is common. When you write a blog or if you write in your diary in Japanese, often you will tell the day of the week for whatever reason. I don't know. It's a Japanese thing. In English, we don't really do that. At least I've not heard of people doing that in America. But in Japan, it's common to add the day of the week in parentheses. So here we have do on this blog post. What did they do? カラオケをしました. カラオケをしました. I did karaoke. ビートルズを歌いました. Beatles. What does Beatles sound like? It should sound like the Beatles, right? 歌います means to sing, so 歌いました means sang. I sang the Beatles, some kind of Beatles song. 楽しかったです。Right? It was fun. We know this. 来週 Remember, 来週 we talked about this a long time ago. 来週 next week. また again. 行きます。I will go. So next week I will go again. Okay? Let's just read through this whole thing one more time. 10月28日どカラオケをしました。ビートルズを歌いました。楽しかったです。来週また行きます。So this is a common, I guess, format for a blog post. I did something. I did this as well. It was comment, right? It was fun. It was great. It was so-so, whatever. And tell if you will go again, right? また行きます。Or 来週また行きます。Or 明日, right? 明日 tomorrow また行きます。Whatever. You could also say 行きません。I won't go again. 多分行きません。I probably won't go again. So do that now. You could write this on a piece of paper if you want. Maybe copy the format. Copy kind of how they did it here. Give us a date. Give me an activity that you did. Give a comment and tell me if you will do it again or if you won't do it again. And that will conclude today's lesson. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I'm glad we could get the audio. Again, if you are serious about studying Japanese, make flashcards. Study every single day when you wake up, before you go to bed, when you are eating lunch or dinner or breakfast. Study your flashcards, study your phrases, right? At this point in time, you are beginners. I assume you're beginners. The most important thing for you to do as a beginner is build up your vocabulary, build up those phrases that you can say. Okay, thank you guys for watching. After this, we have a bilingual Bible study, actually trilingual, right? We do English, Japanese, and Spanish. I believe it will also be uploaded to the Facebook page as a Facebook live video, led by the great Yui Sensei and Saoru Sensei. So thank you guys. I believe next week will be my last time doing these lessons with you, okay? After that, I think maybe Yui-san will figure something else out. We'll see. Please watch our Facebook page. Please watch our WhatsApp group. We will give you all the information on there, okay? Stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.